Okay, so we are continuing our football club history series. We are staying in Scotland and we're going to Clackmannanshire for this video, and we're looking at Alloa Athletic Football Club, nicknamed the Wasps. Their other nickname is the A-Team. Their current home stadium is Recreation Park in Alloa, which currently has a capacity of 3,100. The club itself is initially founded in 1878, and they're known as Clackmannan County at first, before changing their name very, very quickly to the Alloa Association, before settling on the name Alloa Athletic in 1883. They kept the name ever since. That is also the first year they enter the Scottish Cup, first time round. It's finally in 1921 they are elected to the Scottish Second Division. They enter the Scottish Football League in 1921. Now let's have a look at some of their records. That they've been to the Scottish Cup quarter-finals on 3 separate occasions. They also have a very weird record of being runner-up in the Scottish Third Tier, which is currently the league they're in, which is Scotland's League One, 9 times, which is a record in Scottish football. Their record attendance, there are 2 separate figures given. There's a 13,000 attendance versus Dunfermline Athletic in said Scottish Cup on the 22nd of February 1939, so just before the Second World War. But the more likely record attendance, and is the one that's generally given, is a record attendance of 15,467 versus Celtic on the 5th of February 1955, again in the Scottish Cup. The records for goals in a season is Willie Crilly in their first season in the Scottish Football League with 49 in the 21-22 season. The record transfer fee for the club is £26,000 for Ross Hamilton from Stenhousemuir in July 2000. The biggest transfer fee they have received as a football club is £100,000 for Greg Spence, paid for by Celtic in August 2010. So this is a club that doesn't have a lot of money. The only honour the club has, which is a minor honour by Scottish football standards, is a Scottish Challenge Cup win in the 98-99 season. However, they've been to the final and been runners-up on 2 more occasions. Firstly, in the 2000-2001 season, and secondly, in the 2014-2015 season. So that's a very brief overview of Alloa Athletic. Their main rivals are Stirling Albion. That's their biggest rivals. I just find it really interesting that the biggest transfer fee this club has ever paid is £26,000. The most goals scored in a season by a player is 49. That is ridiculous. But again, I've said this before doing these football club histories. We've seen where some clubs' record goal scorers and some of the record goals in a season is ridiculous. So Willie Crilly, I cannot see another player playing for Alloa Athletic breaking that season goal scoring record of 49. That is ridiculous. For any player to score nearly 50 goals in a season is ridiculous. I cannot see that record on a one-off season getting broken, which is interesting. At some point I could see potentially that transfer fee getting broken should the club get the right amount of finance behind them. The record attendance currently will never be broken at this club unless they make significant enlargements to Recreation Park. But as they're currently in League One and haven't been near the top flight in many, many seasons, I can't see that attendance record being broken either. And we'll see if they can get past the quarterfinals in the Scottish Cup at some point. That could potentially happen. Anything can happen. Stranger things have happened in football. But there we go. There's a brief history of Alloa Athletic, currently 4th in Scottish League One as we are recording this video. They don't have a great history in playoffs. They really don't have a great history in playoffs. It's also very interesting that they've been runners-up 9 times in the division they are currently in, which is a record as well. So there we go. There's a brief history of Alloa Athletic Football Club. Very interesting little history. And yes, we shall see if they can get promotion this season from Scottish League One back to the Scottish Championship. And we'll see what they can do, as I say, for the rest of this season. But Cove Rangers are currently the top dogs in Scottish League One as I'm recording this video. And there we go. Thank you very much for watching. If you are an Alloa Athletic fan, please place in the comment section below any other fun facts of the club. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. And what is the rivalry like with Stirling Albion? Is it a fierce rivalry? Is it friendly? What's the head-to-head between the two clubs? It'd be very interesting to know. But from me for now, thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll have some more content for you guys very, very soon.